Good evening. Welcome to another episode of Inside the Art Hole. I'm your host, Jong-Smith. Tonight, we shall be focusing on the neo-abstract post-impressionist finger painter Rodrigo Spalinaro, Guldavowski, Wakamatsu, Lucretius, El Shalam Al-Akkad, Bing Ling, Wibbida Wub Wub Wub, Skibbida Wub Doo 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 Doo, 356789777 or, as he's known in his home country, Frankman 92. Born in 1892, a son of two Japanese mothers and a Polish father, Frankman 92 moved to London in 1963 at the ripe old age of 13, and within less than a year became an art sensation. Making millions on all these paintings, his life soon became one filled with champagne, chocolate orange, and methamphetamines. By 1964, at the age of 23, he was soon forced into a mental institution after attempting to crack open the head of John Hoobland, the current mayor of London, believing his head was full of chocolate orange. If we look at this 1954 painting, What I Get Up To in My Bedroom, we can clearly see a vivid representation of Frankman 92's rise and fall over that time period, with the various squiggly lines each representing the chaotic paths that his life was taking, the purple clearly representing his success, while the subsequent colours, yellow, red, and slightly redder red, each showcasing the dwindlingness of Frankman 92's state of mind, until we are finally met with a pure black, as Frankman 92 has finally entered the abyss of his consciousness. Whilst this triangle here, without an ounce of doubt, clearly acting as a metaphor for the Lord Mayor John Hoobland's delicious skull. By 1934, at the age of 27, Frankman 92 enlisted in the Finnish army, and in 1943, when Hitler invaded Iceland, Frankman 92 soon found himself in the Philippines, aiding the Filipino resistance against the New Zealanders. By 1946, he took part in the bloody Battle of Auckland, the famous final push that ended the great Kiwi Empire. It is said that, atop the Auckland Sky Tower, with just a Colt 1881 Navy revolver, Frankman 92 shot down 92 New Zealand Spitfires, possibly winning the battle, the war, and certifying the 92 in his name. And if we look at his untitled painting, titled A Man Doing Things in His Surroundings, we can clearly see a vivid depiction of the battle itself, with the blue and grey lines representing bullets shooting through the air, whilst the flag of the great Kiwi Empire hangs in the background. Blotches stray across the painting, either in brown, green, and yellow, no doubt representing mud, grass, and piss. The horrors of war would often crop up in many of Frankman 92's painting. His 1994 painting, Scooby-Doo, Where Are You?, is an undeniable, without a shred of doubt, clear depiction of the horrors of life in a concentration camp. Either that, or a direct criticism of the shipping prices at Amazon. This 1924 painting is an obvious criticism of the constant looming threat of nuclear war that was hanging over the world at that time. It is therefore very apt that he would name this painting Kingdom Hearts 358 over 2 days. This final painting that we wish to dissect, what is often considered by many, myself included, as Frankman 92's masterpiece. His 1901 painting entitled Squiggly Things with an Arrow in the Corner, hashtag please don't look too deep into it, really there is nothing there, is clearly an avid depiction of the state of the world after the 2008 financial crisis. Throughout his life, Frankman 92 set the art world ablaze with provocative and genre-bending paintings. Alas, in 1973, at the age of 54, he died of yellow fever whilst playing a game of Hearthstone with Kandinsky.
Are you okay, dude?
But Frankman 92 will always be remembered, not just as a great artist, but as a loving father, a loving husband, and most of all, someone without any criminal history. And that is why ladies and gentlemen, we have been bamboozled. For it seems that the man we know and love as Frankman 92 is not what he appears to be. I have in my hand the handwritten testimony of a woman that claims that she was in fact groomed by Frankman 92 when she was only just 16 through Discord. To think we've been scram-bamboozled, we've been slab-fab-foobled by his brilliance and his elegance and his good looks. But to think the signs were there all along. Just look at this painting here. This obviously shows a depiction of a woman held down forcefully by a strong and aggressive man, whilst lines of blood scatter the floor. And this triangle here, clearly depicting a woman's vaginal department. And if we look here, these lines are obviously representing bars that are, no doubt in the mind of Frankman 92, holding thousands of women captive. And here again, green lines showcasing women's dead bodies are strewn across the floor. Those red lines looking suspiciously like red crosses, conclusively proving that Frankman 92 was obviously a member of the Ku Klux Klan. And look here, if we turn this painting vertically, white out some of the corners, you can clearly make out the imprint stating, "I love grooming." I need not even point out how obviously grotesque and disturbed this painting is here. Just look at it! Look at it! Ah! Pah! And to think that there were those that would tout this man as some sort of genius, some sort of art prodigy. Personally, I never actually liked his work. I always found it repulsive and undignified, and always suspected that there would be something iffy about him just from looking at these paintings. But I was powerless to do anything about it. They threatened to take my pipe away. "You're not taking me alive. You're not taking me alive. You're nothing. I'm not I'm famous about the BBC. You don't." Anyway, thank you for joining us this week. Please remember to mail in your comments, send your subscriptions to our editor, or fax through a like. Next week, we shall be diving balls deep into the art hole of Jackson Bollocks #2. I hope you will come.